See what else we've got coming up. Can't call here. Raise there with the 10-9 suited. Okay, so this guy 3-bets us, and we're pretty deep, so we can call and see a flop in position. Obviously a great flop for us. And he c-bets 100%, so I'm going to raise his c-bet here. With the intention of getting it in. Just because of the stack to pot ratios here, but he folds, that's fine. This guy looks pretty loose, and he's pretty shallow. So I don't want to get shoved on after my c-bet there. Raise here. But when he checks back, I feel like I can probably put in a bet here. Profitably. This guy looks pretty tight. How was your... Really? I was going to say, how was your Christmas meal? Yeah. Cute. Oh. Oh. Cute. Oh. Oh, like I never thought of that actually. Like Christmas time must be hell on pets that can smell all that food and just aren't allowed anywhere near it. Do you know what I mean? Well, I guess the bins are going to be relatively. Oh, well, I'm glad to hear you ate well, sweetheart. Is your tummy okay? Yeah, is it feeling a bit better? Really? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's good. Yeah. Yeah. Well, like I said, I'm glad you ate well. Oh, my poor baby. Oh, I'm going to kiss it better when I see you. Oh, but your message was so sweet, darling. Thank you. I'm so happy to have you in my life too, baby. You know? I really miss you. I've been missing you all day. It's just, like, I got up a little bit later than I thought. I got up at about 2:30, and then it took me a little bit longer to get everything sorted before my session. But because I started my session a little bit earlier, there are a lot more really high-value tournaments in this session, and I'm currently like first in one tournament, third in another tournament, second in another tournament, and they've only got like relatively few players left to play down to. So, like, there's so many tournaments running. I've got like 16 tables open at the moment, so it's like it's lagging my system quite a lot, because I'm also streaming on Twitch, so like it's using up so much bandwidth that when I tried to have Skype open just shortly before I called you, it was just using up so much of the bandwidth that I can't guarantee that it's not going to lag my tables, and I can't really have that at the moment, so I'm sorry about Skype not being available, sweetheart. But I really miss you, and your message made me like, gave my heart a little leap, you know what I mean? I miss you. I love you, baby. I just wanted you to know that. I'm missing you loads too. I'm missing you loads too, my love. I can't wait to see you. But I'm glad you're having a nice time, and I'm glad you're feeling a little bit better, even though you're not fully right yet. I mean, I guess it's just a question of just looking after yourself and taking things easy a bit when you come back and just detoxing or something. Because I've kind of been doing that the last few days. I mean, I know I've been putting pressure on myself to put in volume, but I've been kind of like treating it as a kind of challenge to see, okay, like how long can I play and still remain fresh by just being really healthy and just not overloading myself on coffee at the beginning of the session so that I crash towards the end, and just things like that, like eating fruit consistently all through the session rather than anything heavy, and it's really been helping, you know. I have, well, there's breaks every like 55 minutes past every hour, so I've got another 5-minute break coming up in like 10 minutes time, but that's all you get really with tournaments. It's kind of a little bit unfortunate, I suppose, because it only really gives you time to kind of go to the bathroom and maybe make a cup of coffee, but it's, yeah, I'm probably going to take tomorrow off, to be honest. I mean, it really depends, like, because at the moment, like, it's like I was saying, like, for the Christmas period, like, most poker sites kind of shut down during the Christmas day, and or at least the volume in terms of like the number of tournaments that they allow like running or registering for like decreases, but the value of the tournaments increases. So it's kind of like, if I'm going to reach my minimum number of 200 tournaments per month, normally that's fairly easy for me if I'm grinding full time, but like in a month like this when there are a few days missing, as it were, it can be a little bit more difficult. So I don't know, I'll see how I feel tomorrow. If I make a decent win like today, which I feel like I'm going to, then I'll probably just take tomorrow off and do some analysis and just put my feet up. But if it really depends how I feel. Like today I felt really fresh and really optimistic and really alert, and I've been playing really, really well and really aggressively and just like making all kinds of like really good moves, and the stream's been going really well. I've got like my my number of followers over the last three sessions has like tripled, and they're all like regulars, like and coaches and people whose opinions I actually respect. So it's kind of like, it's good as well, because like the whole setting up the stream and all the work that I've put into like making the stream good is actually paying off now, because I'm getting a lot of feedback from some really good players. So yeah, it's all going pretty well. So like as far as like putting in another session is concerned tomorrow, I think it's unlikely, but it's not out of the realms of possibility. But if I do, then I'm definitely just going to take the next few days off after that, because then I'll be at my quota of 200 tournaments. So not in a nutshell, I only need to put in maybe like 2 more sessions this month like this in order to make my quota, so I can